Good morning. What's up? We are 15 seconds out from the close up here of Big Bar 28. Tremendous day. I gotta tell you, look at this move, man. I can't zoom out right now because I gotta take a look at this guy here. See that close? That is gonna close at the wick high of 26. Man, I even sped up the intro to try to catch that. All right, watching bar 29. By the way, ATR is pretty damn low. It's at 31, but with this price action, I don't really care that much. I'm cool with it. As long as we can stay above, I'd say 20, 25 on the ATR, I'm fine. Good morning, guys. How are we? Stu, JJ, Gamma, Edge, News, Lotus. What's up? Good morning. Good morning. Come on in. Brando Crypto, how we doing? Harris says, what time frame do you use? You are looking at a 5-minute NQ chart. 5-minute is not the only time frame I use, but it is home base. All right, I'm watching bar 29 here. We got 3 minutes. 3 minutes. And realistically here, I'm looking for any reason at all to get long. Any reason at all to get long. Manuel has caught an 87-point winner just a little bit ago on 3 fundeds. Ram, baby, my man. My man. I don't know what he's at now, Manuel. What was it, man? Last 3 to 6 months, he's been taking, what was it, guys? Remind me. I think Manuel was taking what, about, I want to say it was like 75K a day in daily payouts, something like that. Something light. Something light. He's got to pay his $100,000 a month South Florida condo mortgage that he financed. He didn't need to, but he financed it to keep his money to work because he's a smart billionaire day trader. All right, watching bar 29, 225 out. 73K? Yeah, that's what I thought. I was a little over, my bad. Okay. 212 out. Bar 29. Give me a nice clean close coming right into 29.7. That's okay. We've had a whole bunch of 29 and then round hundreds here today that the market could not have cared less about. Brando says, I had a buddy try to fade this move all morning. Yep. I used to do that shit years ago. Don't do it. Don't do it. When the context is trend, the last thing I'm thinking about doing is going counter trend until I get a counter trend setup. Okay, so since I'm looking for any reason to get long, I'm going to participate here, get a little action going. I've been doing this all morning here. It's been a pretty fucking good day, I'll tell you what. So I'll participate. Until it's a range, I'll keep participating. Just scalp, scalp, scalp. And when there's an intraday continuation trade, hit it. And then hit it again. And then scalp, scalp, scalp. And then hit it again. Let's see what we can do here. Yeah, I imagine there's a lot of people trying to short this thing here today. Which, eventually here today, they'll probably be right. The problem is timing it. That's the problem. So until that's the case, or we're in a brutal sideways range, for me, I gotta look for any logical reason to get long. All right, we got 29 rolling over here into bar 30. ATR, by the way, is sitting about 30. Big Roy, how we doing? Big E, what's up, brother? Javaz, how are we? What's up, Bart? All right, volatility, let's not die out now. Midday session here, just getting started. I don't want to die out now. ATR is teetering on dipping into the 20s. Some 31 right now on that volatility. Say average range here of a 5-minute bar. By the way, if you're just joining us here, these are Nasdaq futures. It's NQ. Taz, what's up? Yeah, I mean, 27, really 28, 29 bar, that is. 28, 29, now 30. They're slowing down, aren't they? All right, we're getting 30 rolling over here into 31. Let's not keep up that slowdown here. There you go, bulls. Step in and pay me. ATR's 30-31. Not too bad. Coming into 29.7. I don't care too much about 29.7. In fact, if you saw when we broke 29.6, we popped through about 7 points. Not saying that's going to happen again, but the market just has not really cared too much about these round numbers here today. How we doing so far today, by the way? You guys act like a group who's not making any money. What's up? I know somebody out there is having a big day. Lotus says mega green. See, that's what I thought. News says too busy counting. Yeah, see, the problem with that news is you end up washing your hands all day, counting all these fucking stacks all day long, and we know how filthy money is, but it's like, your performance was filthy too, so I don't know what's dirtier, your hands or your trading day. Come on, bulls, 29.7 is nothing, get through it. Big E says pass 2 evals, about to pass 2 more. Well, I hope we use code BIG. Otherwise, I'm gonna feel highly betrayed, I'll tell you what. Rovio, what's up, brother? How we doing? Chris Morris says doing great. Gamma decently green. Bart up big time, my man. Contracts per account. I encourage on any given day to sit somewhere between, well, let's say on a 50K funded. That's a clarification we need to make. Sit anywhere between 1 and 5. 2 to 5 is more like the sweet spot. There are some days that are highly volatile if you're in payout periods where you should probably trade 1 micro. Some of you guys are trading 5 minis because you're cheap and you want to trade 1 funded account because it's the least expensive thing. But your ROI is also going to be the worst if you try to scale it vertically. You should scale your prop trading business horizontally, as we know. And of course, once you get into payout periods, where you're taking payouts every, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 trading days, whatever. I have, for me, it makes sense usually to trade a couple per account, just because you have to trade a minimum of 5 days anyway. And if I trade any more than that, I end up blowing out the max payout anyway, at least at Apex. So there's no reason to. But 2 to 5 is the sweet spot for a 50K. Scale it depending on the size of account you're using. Hey, B! What's up, brother? Welcome back. He says, hope everyone's been well. I've been stacking Apex accounts using code BIG. My man. Bull, what's up? How we doing? I think it's time for these bulls to take this guy up through 29.7. I'll tell you what. Keeping an eye out here, by the way, for a sideways trading range. ATR dipping below 30, down to 29 here on the ATR. Question, do you use leverage, and if so, how much? All futures trading is leveraged for the most part, at least intraday trading. If you're using prop firms, you're using a form of leverage. You're leveraging your money to a degree, not directly in the margin sense, but you are. Even if you're trading futures in a personal account, you're using leverage, because futures are a leveraged instrument. At least in the way that us day traders trade them, right? Alright, Bulls, I'm sick of it, man. I'm sick of it! Alright, so my concern... Well, the word concern is the wrong word, but we can use it for the sake of drama. These two little ranges, you see it? Oh, it's concerning. ATR is 30. I don't want to see that ATR. If this hangs up and we end up dipping off, like bar 26 off the end, for example, off the ATR, the average range, which looks back 10 bars back. That ATR number, lower right of the chart on your screen that says 30.48, that will say mid-20s maximum, which is not great. Because if that number starts getting below 30 in general, our job starts getting a little tougher, but it's still fine. Below 20, our job definitely starts getting tougher. Below 10, at least on a 5-minute NQ chart, Nasdaq futures. For me, personally, it's time to walk away. Okay, 32. Roll it over here into 33. Let's see here. The Bulls so far have had me 18 points in the money. Not interested. Not interested. ATR currently 28. Yeah, now ideally we don't see this turn into a sideways range. Yes, my ATR is set to 10. Now volatility is very low. I'm trading incredibly small bulls. Now they're pulling it away on me. Well, back to green, break even here on the trade. ATR holding on just barely, I'll tell you what, to 29. Okay, we got 33. Rolling over into a new 5-minute bar, bar 34, which is going to drop ATR down to 27. So we note that volatility, of course, as we can see here, since bar 27, 28, these two, is of course falling. My contract size accounts, it changes all the time. I'm maxed out on fundeds right now. So 135 last week. I don't know, there was a day or two last week I traded evals, right? Because I was waiting on payouts. Was that last week? I think that was last week. My sizing adjusts. You will never trade the same size long term. When you start getting really good at this, you're never going to trade the same size day in, day out for months at a time. When you start getting into payout periods where you're taking payouts like I said this earlier in the stream, every 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 trading days, sometimes it doesn't make sense to trade 5 micros per account because you're blowing out the max payout in like two or 3 days on average. So now you're putting on unnecessary risk that you can't even pull out of the accounts in real capital. So it makes sense to trade smaller in that case, maybe 2, 1, 2, even 3 micros, depending on volatility in the market. So I wouldn't model your sizing after what I'm doing on any given day. Unless I say, hey, I'm going to size down because volatility is fucking 200 on the ATR. Then I'd say you might want to think about sizing down just because volatility is ridiculous. But also today I'm trading smaller so that I can add. But the Bulls ran away with it. So I'm still at one lot here. I really hope this doesn't turn into a big sideways range. That would kill the fun, wouldn't it? Daniel says, interesting, I've been taught to size according to the same amount of money. And Daniel, you're talking about a totally different thing. You're talking personal accounts. What I was just talking about was prop accounts, which is a completely different thing. But yeah, with personal accounts, the way that I approach sizing is the baseline is based on for me, I've always traded smaller percentages risk in personal accounts, but actually this is a deep conversation. I did like a full hour on this in the tomb, so I'm not going to spend an hour doing it here just because, you guys don't care that much. But sizing in personal accounts is different because, first of all, in futures, it doesn't make sense to have all of your trading capital on the books of your broker because it introduces something called third-party risk. Okay, so for me, I think about sizing in personal accounts as a percentage of total capital dedicated to the trading business, not necessarily what's in the brokerage account, okay, because you're dealing with, again, third-party risk. We got the bulls pumping here. I'm keeping an eye on this. ATR 29. And then B, I think about my sizing in personal accounts as exponential bet sizing based on my estimated expected value on that particular setup or trade or context in the market. The same way that a poker player is going to bet small when it's worth taking a bet, or I guess maybe he has to. I don't know. I don't play poker, but I understand the math behind it. They'll bet small or someone who's counting cards, right? They'll bet small when things aren't in their favor, and then they bet much larger when things are. Now, the problem with prop accounts doing that is you don't have as much drawdown because it's set for you. It has nothing to do with how much money you have. It's set for you in the account. And there's really not that much room in these prop accounts. The drawdowns are not that large, which is why you need to scale your prop trading business if you want to make a lot of money doing this horizontally. Don't be a cheap ass and try to scale vertically. It doesn't work well. All right, bulls. There we go. Full ATR. Flat. Okay, let my copier get flat. It takes like an hour and a half to do it lately. I don't know what's up with that. And flat. Let's keep it pushing. Man, if you haven't yet, hey, hit like here on YouTube. I appreciate you doing so. And if you haven't yet, and you're like, I don't want to hit like, big dog, I'm pissed because I missed this trend, then I'll tell you what. To get you to press a button, I invite you to hit the dislike button. Win-win, baby. You get to take it out on me, and I get you to hit a button. Can't lose, man. All right, I'm watching bar 35. We'll see how it closes up. 34, first bar to close outside of this range. 35. I'm watching 35. And let's see. We are 235 out. Let's see what we get. By the way, Nicholas, I got you, big dog. I'll hit you back after we're done here. How many dislikes on average do you get? I have no idea. I have no clue. I don't check. I don't even know if YouTube shows you anymore. They probably do. I could probably find it somewhere in the back end, but I have no clue. I actually am curious. Back when they used to show you like front and center, even inviting people to dislike, it was crazy because almost nobody would. Which is like, come on, man. Like, I'm telling you to do it to me. Let's do it. Okay, we got a minute 22 out here. From the close up a big 35. Nate, did you get a silver play button yet? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I don't have it in here. It's in the other room. Okay, 28 seconds out. Take a deep breath. And we're ready to rock. Okay, copy trader engaged. Stop limit buy goes out. Place it. Bulls roll over. Fucking smack it. Oh, you babies. Oh, you babies. Biggie says, just passed my last two 50K evals. Fully loaded 5 fundies. Tremendous work. We got a bunch of pussies at the helm. Bunch of baby bulls. No fill, no trade. Next bar, watching bar 36. Man, what a day. Can you believe it? Would anybody in the chat, you know how we do it around here, man. Don't hide that you're fucking proud of yourself if you're having a good trading day. The people in your real life may not understand, but I'll tell you who will. Everybody here. If you're having a good day, say that shit, man. Say how you're doing. If you're having a bad day, say that shit. And if anyone wants to talk shit, they can leave. By force. I got a couple of moderators who are about, what are they about? I forget. What are you guys, the moderators? About 6'11", 420? Fucking jacked? They'll carry your bitch ass out of the chat. It's over. All right, 220 out. Bar 36. We'll see how it closes up. No fill on 35. Biblical says, up in all accounts, baby, my man, tremendous. Cheryl, great day, tremendous. Daniel, up over 3K, says, excellent day from me, good work. Big E says, I have a job interview with JetBlue tomorrow in IT. I've been trading so well, I don't even want the job. We skipped that shit, homie. We skipped that shit. David says, having a bad day, shorting the market. Hey, man, look, the context here is big bull trend, right? And I'm drawing lines I don't even mean to draw. We're too excited today. That's big bull trend. Danny, what's your trading strategy? I trade RAM. That is the wrench action method. Rovi says, eligible for $1,400 today? From today. It's a good season, boys. My man. My man. Damn straight, Javaz. Damn straight. Tell you what, man, it's crazy to me. It is crazy to me that there are men out there right now who, when they see another man win, it makes them angry to the point of shitting on that guy. Right? Like, that's nuts. Like, we've had people in the chat say, hey man, I'm having a really good day. And some lame weirdo comes in and tries to start talking shit to them. It's like, wrong chat, dude. No. Every single man that I see, I want to kill it. I want them to fucking murder it. And when I see another man win, my only response is, you're fucking right. Let's go. It's hard out there, bro. We need everybody on the same fucking page. Okay, we got bar 37 here. 337 out. Taz says, Nico, I got my first payout submitted to TakeProfitTrader. Today it's finally paying off. Big dog. Let's go. Let's go. You know, I think with a lot of prop traders, that's how it tends to work. You find yourself kind of digging a hole, and you're like, I've spent X amount on evals, X amount on activation fees. Oh man, should I keep doing this? But the thing is, if you started with prop trading, which I know a lot of you guys started here with prop trading, there's an upfront like cost. Like, you have to throw money into the abyss a little bit. To what degree varies dramatically, but a little bit, because, you know, you can't buy the eval and then 2 seconds later be given the payout, right? There's a buffer period, and then there's a longer buffer period for people who start with prop because they have to learn. So the buffer period, how long it ends up being, is up to you. But I think a lot of prop traders, they start digging that little hole and it freaks them out. Look, get desensitized. You need to get desensitized, because I'm telling you, the way that this goes for every basically prop trader who ends up being successful at this is they dig their hole, their version of it, however deep it may be. They look at it, they go, shit, I guess I keep going. I'll just take it seriously. That's there. I'm just not going to look at it. I'll try to keep it contained, but then I'll take this seriously in order to keep it contained. And then they start taking payouts, and then they look back at the hole, and it's no longer a hole. It's no longer even just filled with dirt. Now it's a pile of dirt, and they have excess, which means they're ROI positive, right? Johnny, what's up, brother? How we doing? Taz says, all thanks to you, brother. Hey, I didn't do it, man. You did. He says, I was on the edge of giving up, but one payout paid for all the losses. You just have to keep going. What other option is there, my man? All right, we got 55 seconds out. So, you know, this starts getting tough because you had 35, 36, 37. You guys know that I will take, let me see if there's a good, is there a good example today? No, there's not really a good example today. But, okay, for example, you see 15, 16, these two, had 17 looked like 19, rolls over, opens, closes up here. by the way, ignore everything behind it. I'm just trying to show you the example. 15, 16, and then replace 17 with 19. Closes up here. It's like, I'm into it. If we're in a big bull trend, which this is all problematic anyway, but don't worry about that. The problem is, that's not what this looks like. 35 and 36 might as well be the same bar. You know, 35 was not meaningfully larger than 36. Does that make sense? You guys understand the difference here? And then 37 is, there's a lot of wick on the downside, which increases my risk that I would need to put on because I use the signal bar to manage risk in continuation trades like this. And 37 closed barely above the wick high of 35. It's like, this is no longer some big quality continuation trade, even with the middle bar being a bare body. This, to me, is way too flat for me to be into it. So I'm watching bar 38. Chat, might take shorts at 29,686. All right, what's that 686? Look, I'm not saying that's dumb. In fact, I would never say any trade is just the dumbest thing I've ever seen. I might say that doesn't fit my methodology because I lead with context, but that's another thing. You know, we've had this conversation before. You know what a lot of beginner traders do is they will act as if any trade that goes against theirs is just idiotic. But the market is made up of buyers and sellers. So if you are long as a beginner, you think that everyone in the world should be long, but then who the hell is selling you to buy that position? Right? That doesn't make any sense. The market has to be balanced, otherwise it poof, implodes, ceases to exist. So you need to speak in probabilities, not certainties. If you speak in certainties, everyone who is worth their salt as a trader knows that you don't know what you're doing. Or have no track record, I should say. To be a little nicer. Okay, watching 38, 240 out. Not too bad, bar 38. Can you guys believe the price right now, though, of NQ? Can you believe this? Can you believe this shit? Look at this. Man, we were in the low 28s yesterday. Well, at least the 28 threes. Ooh, see bar 38. Giving it back here in the last minute and a half of this bar. See if they can clean this up. We still got a minute 5 out. Okay, I'm watching bar 38. Let's see if it can close up with a big correction back upside here. We only got 16 seconds for the bulls to take care of that. Okay, now obviously, I'm still looking for any reason to get long. But I'm also paying attention to every possible trading range that we could see. But scalping is still top of mind here for me. So I'm looking at this. Yeah, like the wick low of 18 up to the wick low of 33, 37-ish. ATR 24. There we go. I can hit that and use the wick low of 37. That's just fine. Leave that. Let that guy sit. And if it takes out the wick low of 37, then we have a bit of a higher probability of it turning into a sideways range. We're just not there yet. Just not there yet. JM, what's up, brother? How are we? How are we? By the way, ATR sitting at 25. Getting a little lower here, bar by bar, as far as volatility is concerned. Chat says just took a short scalp there, man. I gotta tell you, that takes some guts. Takes some guts to be scalping to the short side right now. All right, ATR 25, 26-ish. There we go, bulls. Let's keep that guy pushing, huh? ATR 26. $27 now on the ATR. Yet if you're new here, ATR stands for average true range. It's that red and white number lower right of the chart on your screen. All it is the average range of a 5-minute bar. It's based on the last 10 5-minute bars here on NQ Nasdaq futures. Dipping now to 24 on the rollover. $25. One tick away. One tick. One tick again. Can you believe it? My copier get flat. All right, flat out there. Keep it moving. Oh, you guys. You guys! Lapses in discipline all around, I see. It's not about the tick. It's about, well, I mean, it is a little bit mathematically, but it's about the principle of being disciplined with your take profits, which will keep you fucking paid long term, big dog. Your decision making has to be consistent. That's what it's all about, okay? Pipe Dreamer, what's up, brother? This is, we're looking at Ninja Trader right now. Hey, man, if you haven't yet, by the way, hit like here on YouTube. It does a whole bunch of tremendously good stuff, and I appreciate you doing it. Big Mark says 4K day, need 811 to pass a big eval. Code BIG, baby. Take Profit Trader and Apex, best deal always, my man. Yeah, size down into the finish line. Size down into the finish line. As you have more time invested into the eval or test account or accounts, you want to increase the probability that you get over the finish line, right? Which means you should size down into the finish line. Because again, number one concern with evals and test accounts is not necessarily the cost of the account, it's the opportunity cost of spending all your time in them. Place him. Bring him down just a hair. Oh, the most beautiful placement. The most beautiful placement you've ever seen in your life. You gotta be kidding me. Now let's see if the Bulls want it. If they don't want it, I don't want them. And with bar 40 being the first bar, to close outside 35 through 39. 20 seconds, no fill, no trade, pull it. Next bar. Next bar. What's up? How we doing today? We having a great day? We keeping up? Biblical's got his first payout coming. Good work. Javaz, good day. Taz, good day. Bull up $2,000 on the live account. My man. Edge getting it done. Z says green day on my second. On my 2 brand new evals. Tremendous. Big Javaz, 12 accounts, solid green. Good work. Just doing our job today, huh? Showing up, doing our job. Context, of course, bull trend. With little teases of sideways ranges throughout, sprinkled throughout. So, of course, keeping an eye on that, but maintaining that context. Right. 2 minutes, baby. Chat, is there a reason you trade the afternoon? I trade all day. I stream when I stream, but I trade all day. Come on, man. Big Ed! What's up, brother? Exploit the vibe. Yes, sir, that's right. That's right. I had lost the majority of our net worth in one day, shorting a stock into earnings, which was really dumb, by the way, but I did it. And it was all gone. It was a lot, and it was all gone within 5 minutes. Again, it was really stupid. I'm not defending what I did. It was really fucking dumb. And I was embarrassed, and I went and I told my wife what had happened. And rather than getting mad or upset or disappointed, she just looked at me and said with the most genuine voice you could ever imagine, well, I guess you better get back to it then, so we can get to where we're going faster. It was never, ever, even once, a falter in belief. And if anyone here is watching and your husband is a trader, or, you know, maybe you're a wife or girlfriend listening in the background, I'm telling you guys, as men, that's all we need. That's what we need, okay? When we do dumb shit, we fuck up. We're going to. But, you know, we're going to get where we're going. In the meantime, we just need you to never once say, well, I don't know anymore. You know, just say, I don't give a fuck. I know where we're going. This will only make you stronger. Tremendous. Tom, that's right. Ed says, I remember the first biggest loss I ever had. $6,000. I walked away for about a month and then said, the heck are you doing? Get back in there. You guys, there's so much money out there. I don't care if you lost 2,000, 6,000, 20,000, 60,000, 125,000, 450,000, 1.3 million, 13 million, 120 million. Guys, there's so much money. Go read Bill Ackman's story. I think it was 2012. The only way you lose is you fucking stop. I've always said, you know, and by the way, one of the things that I kept having to tell myself as a true belief, but I needed the reminder to myself through all the hard times, was, you know, there's no shortage of capital, so you never really max out your problems. But you're always going to be able to outgrow whatever problem you have. Solve them by getting bigger. Any problem you have, I don't care how much you lost, outgrow your fucking problem. And you will be fine, and everything will be fixed. And the only way to do that is to keep going. All right, we got bar 42, by the way. So I'm watching bar 41 and 42. I'm thinking, okay, well, at some point here today, chances are we're going to enter a sideways range. Now, I'm obviously not betting on that, but I'm staying aware of it while I maintain my bull trend context. Nico, how'd you lose so much in one trade? Didn't you have a stop loss? Well, first of all, this was on earnings, so it was after hours. Okay, but second of all, when this was years ago. I was not the trader that you guys know. when this happened. I never said it was a smart thing. It was a very dumb thing what I did, but it happened. But I'm fucking glad it happened, to be honest with you. Because it was a tremendous experience in hindsight. Not in the moment. In the moment, it really fucking sucked. But what does the good mean if you don't have the suck? All right, we got bar 43. Okay, so you see bar 43 expanding here in comparison to the size of bars 35 all the way through 42. That's an outsized bar, not in comparison to the ATR, but in comparison to the more recent bars. Yeah, we're 230 points away, by the way, from 30K. See those balls wicking it right back? All right, we're halfway through bar 43. Keep watching this thing here. Question, Nico, what are your thoughts on moving a trade to break even and getting back in at a better price? What are your thoughts on moving a trade to break? What do you mean? Do you mean moving the stop to break even and then getting stopped at break even and then getting in at a better price? Is that the question? Look, my thoughts, I think I can answer here without getting a follow-up. That is the question, okay. My thoughts on moving to break even are, if I end up moving to break even as a coincidental move of my stop loss based on price action, which you guys know how I look at this all, right? It's the backbone of decision making, aside from context, right? Within RAM, which is what I trade, the wrench action method. I look at everything as buy decisions, sell decisions, and do nothing. Okay, so my default is do nothing. But when I get a price action setup, for example, that I would use to get long, but, oh, I'm already in a trade, and it hasn't hit my target yet, but there's another setup that I would get long on. You have options. For me, I can add, which in a personal account is wide open. I can move my stop beneath the new signal bar, or if you want to get really aggressive, you can do both. I guess, get aggressive without increasing your risk. If you wanted to get really aggressive, you would just add and leave your stop as is, right? That's a more aggressive, higher risk. Not higher risk, but that's going to be misinterpreted. What I should say is you're putting on more risk, right? But in a huge bull trend, it can make sense to do so. The problem with doing that in prop accounts is our drawdown is fixed. It's not that big. Right, again, makes sense in personal accounts, doesn't make sense most of the time to be adding that way, at least multiple times in prop accounts. So, if I have to move my stop and it ends up being break even, by the way, I'm watching 44, and it ends up being break even by coincidence, then that's great, tremendous. But moving to break even arbitrarily, people, I'm telling you guys, you will eventually believe me. It's hard to believe what I'm saying in the very beginning. But eventually you will come to the same conclusion. I can almost promise you this, even if it takes years. Moving your stop to break even arbitrarily without a price action based reason to do so or a repeatable decision-making process in doing so is a psychological crutch and nothing else. And it decreases the win rate of those trades. Right, because guys, believe it or not, there's a lot of trades that will go 15 points in the money, come back, go 12 points against you, and then come back and hit a 37-point target. Happens all the time. It's happened to me twice today, and we've done nothing but win all day. So moving to break even arbitrarily, listen to me carefully, okay? While you feel like it protects your psychology because you're like, okay, now it's a winner. People always like to say, now it's not a question of do I make money, it's a question of how much money am I gonna make? Haha, now I'm in the driver's seat. The fuck, dude? All you're doing is trying to protect your pussy mentality because you hate risk when you're in a business that gets paid to take risk. Or to put risk on, I should say. And then you know what you end up doing in an attempt to protect your psychology? You end up just fucking it up more because your win rate falls off a cliff. Because you do nothing but get stopped out at break even because the ATR, the average true range, is 44 and you're moving to break even after 7 points in the money. Are our eyes glazed over? Are we following me? Maybe this is too serious trading talk for YouTube. Maybe some people aren't ready for that, but I'll tell you something, that's the truth, man. It's a psychological crutch that does nothing but backfire. So let me finish the question here, because we got a minute 56 out. We got all the time in the world until 44 closes. The question is, well, what about using that to get back in at a better price? Why do you assume that you're going to know when to get back in on a better price? Would you get long at that better price entry if you had not taken the initial trade to begin with? Because it would be on a pullback. Right? This is liquid. This is not black and white. The decision maker, what I should say is the market, every single scenario that could happen within what you're looking at is going to happen eventually, given a big enough sample size. So the way that I see that is you're hoping you'll get back in at a better price, but now you're taking a suboptimal entry in a lot of cases. Maybe not all cases, but in a lot of cases, you're taking a suboptimal entry for the sake, but you're telling yourself, well, no, I'm getting in at a better price. It's kind of like saying if you ran a hedge fund or an investment institution, it's the equivalent of saying, man, this stock is a really good deal for our portfolio right now. But rather than starting to build a big position now, we're just going to wait for a better price without having any thesis as to why you would get a better price. And then you miss the whole fucking move and your investors pull out because they're pissed that you have no fucking guts. The big institutions are buying the entire way down and through the V recovery because it's a good deal. So why would they not be? Tiny bull body, big wick, nothing. Next bar. Bar 45. Mark says, dang, you just explained my first year of trading. It's almost like I've done all these things before. Nate, did we just get news? Market doesn't seem to mind. Hey man, can we get to 150 likes? Hit it. If you haven't hit it yet, hit it. I appreciate you doing it. All right. Okay, watching bar 45, obviously 44, tiny bull body, big wick back. Watching 45, see if I can get another entry. Right. Yeah, I didn't see any like big bold headlines. Just talks like every other day. All right. 2 minutes here until bar 45 closes up. All right, should we take bets here in the chat? There, I'd probably run a poll. Okay. In the chat, poll is out. Does NQ hit 30K today? Get your votes in. All right. And in the meantime, we're 25 seconds out. Watching bar 45. And the wick high of 44. Copy trader engaged. Stop limit buy goes out. Place him there, roll over, the most perfect placement you have ever seen in your life. Stop placed. Just below the wick low 45. And sitting. Sitting, sitting, sitting. ATR 2223. All right, let's see if these bears can take out the wick low of 45. I can actually take a second piece here if I can get a fill. No fill, pull that. Okay, back to green here. At least break even on the trade. You believe we're already at 29.8? We were just talking about 29.7. And not too long before that, 29.6. Bears trying to pull us. Getting my fills here. There we go. Stop stays just beneath the wick low of 45. ATR now 21.22. Well, if volatility is anything here, it is low. That's all right. Still not below 20. No more ads here from me. Flat. Come on, copier. Get flat. There we go. All right, let's keep it moving here. Now I'm thinking about, do we end up seeing a sideways range? Is my big question. No, it's I don't know what's going on. The copier, it sends the orders. I get filled at the same price across the board. It's not bouncing around. But for some reason, the interface for the last few weeks on my copier has just been delayed to actually display the flat positions, even though I think, like, based on the P&Ls that I'm seeing and having a lot of times where things have moved quite a bit in between my take profit or stop and when the copier shows flat, my positions, they must be getting flat quicker than they're displaying, which puts me at ease. I think it's just an interface delay. Which is okay. You know, these things are going to happen. Those of you guys who are trading 3 accounts, you're like, well, I don't have that. Yeah, you know, when you when you 5 or 10x the amount of accounts you're trading, you might, you know, things might slow down a little bit, but it's all right. I haven't had any catastrophic failures with my affordable indicators copy trader. And I've been using this thing for over a year. Okay, so ATR is 23. We're a minute 35 out from the close of bar 47. Well, so you see I had the right idea here with that trade. 47, now testing the wick high of 46. How's our poll doing, by the way? 30K by today? We're kind of split down the middle with the majority leaning toward yes. Oh, man. So from the low of day, we're up 600 points. All right, hey, 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Be right back. right. What's up? So nothing on 48 here. Bit of a wick. And bar 49 rolling over here and taking a little breather. Which means that I can actually grab a small scalp. Just a little guy. I could use 47 and treat it more like a swing. Or I can treat it as a scalp and keep that really tight. Which is what I'll opt for here. By the way, that's very tight. With an ATR of 23, it's less than half an ATR of risk. Which is very, very, very tight no matter what the ATR is. But these little stabs are worth doing, at least for me, on a day like today when it's just bull trend as far as the context. There we go. Half ATR scalp. Get flat. And I'm flat. Keep it pushing. Does anybody want to change their bet as far as do we see NQ hit 30K here today? Does anyone want to change their bet? What a monster bull trend. I'm not necessarily saying it's happening. I'm just asking the question. All right, we'll get bar 49 rolling over into, fucking right, you know it, big bar 50. By the way, guys, hey, take profit trader, daily payouts. If you're trying to make this your full-time gig, I'm telling you, you need money coming in, man. Take Profit lets you take daily payouts, 40% off, and no activation fee when you use code BIG, B-I-G, baby. Go hit it. Where's Manuel? Where's our friend Manuel? Manuel has about a what? 20,000 XRY at TPT? Chat says, nope, I stay with what I voted on even when it's wrong, my man. Tremendous. I mean, look, 180 points is what we are right now from 30K. It's not nothing, is it? 130 points is not nothing. We got 2 hours, 24 minutes to get that done. Sorry, did I say 130? I meant 180. I don't know what I said. 180. Yeah, I'm watching Big Bar 50, by the way. 3 minutes. We'll see how it closes up. Hey, Big Mel, we got you, bro. I'll hit you back when I'm all set here. Okay. 50. 2 minutes out. I'm watching 50. Stay a reasonable size, 50. Hey, man, can we get 150 likes? How many times I gotta ask? Hit it! I appreciate you doing so. 90 seconds out till the close up of bar 50. Big Belly Button says, what is this endless pump without any pullback? That, my friend, is a bull trend. Okay, 60 seconds out here till bar 50 closes up. And it is certainly big bar 50 here today. A little bit smaller than 43. Contextually speaking, we had a little more size on the bars previously, which I don't hate to see. And we're coming in, by the way, to 150 points out from 30K. Which I gotta tell you is something else. Okay, 8 seconds out, copy trader engaged. Place it, bulls roll over. The best placement of any trader of the entire day on that bar. Beautiful placement, and they will take it. Not too bad. All right, ATR 23, sitting long. All right, bulls. Go on, let's keep that pushing. God, don't you love a big bull trend day? Don't you just love it? Okay. ATR is 24. Go on ahead, bulls. Keep that guy pushing. Ooh, shit, there's the rollover. And there's a full ATR. Beautiful, let that get flat. Okay, that happened quick, huh? At least at the very... Hurry. It's like hurry up and wait just to hurry up again. Okay, bar 52, watching 52. Got a nice little pop through there on 50, on the open of 52. Big Javaz says, now I have 16 accounts solid green. Damn straight, brother. We love it. We love it. No, you RAM guys. You have been looking at this all day and thinking nothing about shorting and only about any logical reason to get long, right? So while everyone is, by the time bar 23 comes around and half of the market is standing there with their pants around their ankles saying, I'm gonna get short. I used to do that shit too, man. I'm telling you, it's a hell of a lot easier on a trend day to just accept the fact that, hey, the context is trend, and when it's no longer trend, it'll hit me across the face, and then I will change my thesis or my context read, correct? Okay, watching 52. Yeah, me neither. I have not taken a short trade all day. All day long. It's been long. Bull's getting real aggressive up here. All right, coming to the 29.9. 60 seconds out. I'm on 52. Huge wick on 52. Rolling over here into 53. Cam says S&P 500 just made me 60K and still holding. Good work. Good work. Z says past one eval, bought 2 more. My man. Yeah, so 53 rolling over. Bull's pulling it on back. Remember I said, man, Bull's getting real aggressive here. Feels kind of like a repeat of bar 23, remember? 23, you get that hesitation after it really starts to pull away. You get that pretty often with a kind of a grindy, low volatility bull trend. But just trade the price action. Don't try to guess. All right, guys. Well, it's been a tremendous, tremendous day. Hope you guys have had equally... Actually, you know what? Fuck that. I hope you guys had a better day than me here today. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Don't you love a big trend day? This is what I mean when I say we love a big trend day. All right, guys. See you soon. Hang in there. Hit like on the way out. I will see you tomorrow, man. Stay disciplined. Don't give it back. All right. Have a good day.